What's up, guys? Thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Dave, and here we have the Trevor Jacob crashes his plane saga continued. I have some footage in here, well, not footage, but some parts in here that aren't really talked about in any other videos. I haven't seen it quite anywhere. I did a little bit of, let's call it forensic analysis, and found a little bit more about this airplane that you might be interested in. So stick around. I think I've got some good points in here, and let me know down in the comments below whether or not you agree or disagree with me, or what's your thoughts on everything that happened. So thanks, and here we go. All right, so let's jump into it here, guys. First thing, video starts off, jumps out of the airplane. Yeah, okay. Trying to grab us. Setting the story here for him jumping out of the plane during the flight experience, the engine failure. No safe place to land, you know. Yeah, pretty dramatic, right? Please fly with a parachute. So that's one thing that I wanted to touch on here. If we go to his website or his page here, let's just look at this one here from 3 months ago. He's not wearing a parachute. So is he just thankful that he flew with it for that time, and that Trevor wants us to wear parachutes from now on? But his most recent video is not wearing one. I'm just scrolling through. I haven't gone through here, but there's him jumping out of a small plane by the looks of it. He obviously likes to jump. That's fine. And you know what, guys? Like, obviously Trevor has built a little bit of a following here. He's a daredevil, much like myself, and I don't want to bash him. Obviously he's innocent until proven guilty, but there's just some things here that, as a fellow pilot, was really weird. And I don't like when you say you crashed your plane because it ran out of fuel. Like, I don't like lies, and I have a feeling that this is lies, and I have some reasoning behind that. So that's one thing. That first off, when he said always wear a parachute, hey, you know what? I've thought of that too, of throwing on a little parachute. You never know, right? We've got one engine and one chance, but the more that I've flown and becoming a CFI, like, you really realize you can put these planes down pretty much anywhere. And unless the wings come ripping off, there's yeah, okay, but you're gonna be able to put this plane down. So let's close out. Let's go back here. So please fly with a parachute.
Fly the 1940 Taylorcraft up to Mammoth and do some paragliding, do some snowboarding. It's gonna be a super good time. I got my best friend Johnny Strange's ashes with me. We are going to go paraglide off of one of his favorite mountains up in the Sierra Nevadas.
All right, so he's gonna go bring his buddy's ashes up there. That was, yeah, I remember when that was Johnny Strange, I believe, who he's talking about there. Yeah, I remember when he died. That was, I think, back in 2015 was that accident. I remember watching that video. It was, yeah, it was really sad, man. And yeah, I'm not gonna talk about whether or not that is real, what he's planning on doing there. Not gonna talk about that at all. But let's keep going here. It's just kind of weird. He's building up this story right at the hold short line. Weird spot to stop the airplane and start recording a video, I have to say. Like, wouldn't be where I would decide to do it, but hey, teach their own. I don't know the airport. Now, this airport, I believe, is Lompoc. I did pull it up here on ForeFlight. So here's Lompoc. Here's all the mountains here. Biggest reason why I wanted to pull this up here is I just wanted to see the airports around. Looks like it's just pretty much mountains. Excuse me. But there's a couple airports, but big mountains. Red Rock Mountain, 1965 feet. Anyways, okay, so back here.
I'm not just trying to sell you a product. This is something that I use every.
This I did actually find really funny, guys. That he even put this out here. Like, okay.
Big bulky wall.
If I just crashed my airplane and I was making a video about it because, wow, I just captured this, like, I'd be making a video about it too. I probably would pull the ad from it, to be perfectly honest. I probably wouldn't want to put that in there. I would just let the focus be on what the point I'm trying to push and not about the ad there, ad revenue. But anyways, that's just me.
Wallets, and none of them seem to work until I found the Ridge wallet. So check out the link in my description.
I also find it kind of ironic that the Ridge wallet, like this high impact wallet, is in the plane crash video. But anyways, yeah. I digress.
Ridge.com/Trevor to get 10% off at
All right,
checkout.
let's go past here. All right, takes off. Okay, one thing I wanted to point out here. Just think of the, just remember this. Remember this pattern. Okay, the paint job on this aircraft. A little foreshadowing. Just remember all this. Another thing, this gas line. Remember this. This is not that this is like I've seen some people talk about this. How this is weird. It's a 1940s aircraft. Like, yeah. These things can be anywhere. I'm not too concerned about that. Sorry guys, I got winter asthma kicking up here, so the odd little cough, I apologize. So one of the things that I when I was watching this, I was kind of confused about. You've got like 14 GoPros here. One, we know that there's one in his hand. There's two on the wings. They're everywhere. But you don't have your headset connected to anything, and you have your headset boom mic like all the way down here. Anybody who's a pilot knows that you are not picking up anything on there. So why would you be flying like that? Because you're not talking to anybody. There's no way that your mic is going to pick up any audio from your mouth. And why not hook up to a voice recorder as well? Like, because you obviously wanted to talk. You obviously had a story you're trying to tell. So weird. Anyways. Okay, I'm just gonna go back here. Whoops. So those wings there, or the prop. I'll try to stop it there. See how it's got the little red on the back there? Another thing, just remember that. And this is a wooden prop. We can tell that that's a wooden prop. So the two blue lines, wood prop, red tip. Okay, so passing over the mountains here, and seems like there's some buffeting, changing the RPM. So it looks like he's had this engine failure. The first thing that we teach when doing a like an engine failure is best glide speed. Okay, I have no idea what it is on this, probably quite slow, but you're not gonna be moving the yoke in and out like that. Maybe just back pressure, depending on how quick you are. Just or even nose down, forward pressure. But it's going to be one or the other, not this. So let's just back up here a sec. Before this engine failure happened, right? Everything's tickety-boo. See, okay, hold on. Come here. Okay, everything's tickety-boo. Okay. Doors sealed shut. Everything's good. Okay, the engine's going fine. I can't tell if this latch is in a different position, but you can see him looking straight down. He's obviously looking for something. Normally when you're enjoying the scenery, you're not necessarily looking back down here. You might be looking out in front of you. You're flying an airplane. He's looking for something very specific on the ground. See how he looks back like that? Now look at the door. Why is his door open? His engine's still going. Okay. It may have just died, but his door is already open. Why is his door open already? Makes no sense to me. You would never pop your door open when you lose your engine. But that's... okay, red flag. Okay, so he starts doing this whole yoke thing, up, down, doesn't know what he wants to do. What I'm getting from that, he's going into an aerodynamic stall. He's getting buffeting. He's in slow flight, sluggish controls, and he's buffeting. Okay, he gets the prop stopped. That's fine.
Holy, I'm over the mountains and I get out an engine out.
So he's swearing and cursing and stuff, saying that he's had an engine out. Okay. Most pilots aren't going to sit there and curse and swear and all that while they had an engine out or they have loss of fuel. They're going to try to fix the problem. So he said he just had an engine out. What does he do? He looks down at that place that he was looking at before, down right below his tire here, down in here. He keeps looking down in that spot. Doesn't try to restart. We can't see what this fuel shutoff thing is. I wonder if, boom, he just flipped that off. Because he keeps looking there. He keeps swearing and making all these, okay, here's my thing. You're wearing a parachute. You are a, whatever, base jumper, parachuter, paraglider, whatever you are. You're wearing a pretty heavy duty parachute in the back of your plane. Maybe this is me. I would not be scared at all going, oh, explicit, yada, 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 right? So, swearing all over the place, being scared out of my mind. What are you scared of? You're like 10, 12,000 feet up in the air, good parachuting altitude. You're 10,000 feet up in the air, you have a parachute on your back, you already have your door open, and you're flying at like 40 knots? Like, what are you scared about? Just, like, one, you could sail this puppy down. Like, yeah, these little streams or roads or whatever this is look very small from here, but listen, like, this plane would probably take, well less than 1,000 feet, probably 500 feet to land, maybe less. And he's freaking out like he's, like he's done for, right? I would expect that kind of language at like that intensity on an engine failure after takeoff, low altitude, and you're flying in a city or whatever. Look at any other plane crash video, and the planes aren't, the pilots aren't doing that. Maybe right before impact. Yeah, I get it. But right away, you're right into survival mode. How are you gonna survive this? But makes no attempt to find a spot and land. He's got tons of altitude. He's just gonna swear, talk about how his engine's gone, slow the aircraft down. See, that yoke keeps coming into his chest. And he keeps stalling. It almost seems like it keeps stalling. Like the nose keeps dropping. Boom. See that? And he has to push the nose down. Right? See if that nose drops again. Look, he finds that spot. He's looking for that spot. Oh, that's the spot. So he spent more time looking down, trying to find that spot and get that GoPro in his hand than trying to just bring the plane down. Look all down here. Like any of this. Look at the big tires. You could land anywhere. Not a problem. But okay, whatever. He felt the best option was to jump. Okay. And down he goes. So again, I don't know if these are roads or creeks. I'm not gonna speculate on that. Actually, let's see here. We got ForeFlight. Oh, that looks like the roads. They're all roads. They're roads. Okay. Could land on it. It's like moderately flat. And there he free falls. Really heavy duty pack. And then he's doing this whole look up. Whoa, what's happened to the aircraft? Okay. Also want to point out, this here is like probably one of the world's cheapest headsets. Let's go. I haven't looked at this. I just want to see here. Go to his videos. Headsets he's using in one of his other aircraft videos. Well, it looks like he might be wearing the same one. Okay, I'll give it to him. I was going to say, is he wearing like a Bose and everything else, but then a cheap one in there? He doesn't want to lose it? Okay, anyways, whatever. I digress. Alright, so he comes down, aircraft crashes. Pretty cool footage. Boom. Aircraft into the ground. Now here's my thing. Let's back up here. Let's get back into the airplane. Okay. So, We know that this camera angle survived, right? We don't see any of this footage, and I'll give it to you. Like, okay, every other camera worked, but this one didn't. Weird, but the plane went through a crash. Fine, I'll give it to you. That, like, I would like to see this because I'd like to see the instruments. But let's say that footage is gone. We know we have this footage right here. Okay. I want this. I want to see this. I want to see this the entire time. So this angle right here would literally incriminate him or clear his name. And the footage obviously works because we have it. It's right here. So let's see in that plane crash. Oh, obviously. So the time that we don't see that footage anymore is once the engine goes out, right? Obviously.
I'm over the map.
My opinion, not that it means anything. My opinion, he turned that off. That's just me. All right. So he parachutes down. Hikes over to the wreckage. And yeah, whatever. Hikes over to it.
Literally nothing.
Now,
Back.
one thing that I was looking for. Okay. I was looking for this, the tail number.
Oh, I have no idea.
Kind of looks blurred out there. You can't really see it there. You can kind of see it. But wait. So a little search on Google. Tailorcraft 1940 came up with these images. This one looks oddly familiar with a very, very noticeable, unique thing with the aircraft. Let me see if I can show you. This cutout right here. Now, looking at all these, none of them have a cutout. But this one. Okay. And it has that wooden prop with the colored tips we were talking about earlier. Okay. Same paint job. Okay. And it's got a tail number we can see. Because here's another video from another YouTuber of him doing his tail wheel endorsement, and you know, nothing. So obviously this aircraft was owned by someone else. NC29508. Well, the nice thing with the FAA is I can look up the aircraft. So NC29508 has the serial number. It's a valid status. It's a Tailorcraft BL65. Fixed wing single engine aircraft, year 1940. Certificate issue date was 010322. This aircraft was certified 010322 under his name. When did this video come out? December 24th, 21 is when this video came out. So this is what this is telling me. He picked up this aircraft from this person who wanted to get rid of this aircraft, put it under his name, and he crashed it. Probably for insurance money. Makes a video, tries to plead his case. But that's when the certificate was issued. Now, that doesn't mean that's when he sent it in. He could have sent the paperwork in before that. That's when it was issued. It was issued multiple days, because this crash did not happen on December 24th, and he ran home and made this video and pumped it out. If he did, then this just really proves that he's full of it. But he had that, okay? Oh, and sorry, to prove that's him, here, Trevor Jacob, all that information, okay? Airworthiness, yada, yada, yada. Doesn't have anything else on here. Okay. Also wanted to make sure that he is a legitimate pilot, which he is. He's a private pilot. He got it this past, or a couple of years ago. Okay, good. So, we have the plane. We know the plane. Nothing he does shows the tail number. But that was a really easy find. Like, very easy find. It's right there. Okay. So, I don't know. I'm one of the people, if it smells like shit, it probably is shit. I don't buy it. That's me. I don't buy it. I don't think anybody who's been trained to even the private pilot license level is going to fall for that. Your immediate response as a pilot when you have an engine out is not to, where am I going to jump? It's how am I going to put this on the ground? If he circled around a bit and looked for a landing spot and went like, shit, I'm not getting out of this, and jumped, you know what? I'm with you. You lost a wing. You lost this, you had your, whatever, your rudder fell off, your vertical stab fall, like something catastrophic. Okay. Yeah, you jumped out right away. Cool. Even if you went into like a spiral dive, jumped out. Gotcha. Hell, I'd even give it to him if he went into clouds inadvertently and just jumped out. Okay. Look at how beautiful it's out. There's not a cloud in the sky. It looks absolutely stunning. Zero attempt. Just weird to me. Just weird. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, but I just think it's weird. And then this whole thing, like,
Holy shit.
he's trying to build this story about like
6, 7, 8 miles already.
like about his water. He doesn't have any, excuse me, he doesn't have any water. That he's got to get rescued. It's like in the snow.
All right, we have a
And there he goes to do some paragliding. Got all of his equipment. Pretty unfazed by just crashing his aircraft. But it is also kind of weird that he hauled. I'll come back here a little bit. Well, you can see it. He's hauling his entire parachute out. Like if you're in survival mode, this is just me, but if you're in survival mode, you are not going to just haul your parachute. You're going to cut that thing loose, or even take it off, leave it with the aircraft, and get out and go find help. But you're going to haul that thing if you were seriously in danger. You're not going to haul that thing through the forest. You're just not going to do it. I don't know. That's me, guys. That's me on that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I just think it's kind of funny. Like, this is kind of funny. I didn't think I'd have the courage to share this footage, but I feel a lot of pilots can learn from my experience. A lot of pilots can learn from the experience there. All right, guys, that's all I got for us today with this. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. You know, obviously, the jury's going to be out on this soon. The FAA and the NTSB are doing their investigation on it. Hey, you know what? For his sake, I hope that everything is legit, but I'd like to see that extra footage that is not in this video, but seems convenient. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this. And anyways, fly safe.